It's a no goal, and it is a gloving against Queensland B.
Hopefully you can hear us. The mic is switched on. It's switched on the board as well. But we've got no goal there. No goal there.
It was a gloving against Queensland B, and they're going to have a timeout now.
There is now a timeout.
Righty, it looks like they're just setting up now. Righty, black timeout has finished, and they're just going to start play now. A lot of people in the stack there, just in front of the Queensland B goal tray. Tasmania trying to push for that goal. Tasmania just trying to take it out into that goal tray area, just trying to make some space for them, but Queensland just not allowing them to. Tasmania still in the stack with the puck. And it looks like there's been a call.
Okay, we have sound back now, it seems.
Alrighty, and that is a goal for Tasmania, and it is number 8.
That was a goal scored by number 8 of Tassie. We'll get our team list up here, and we can tell you who that was. We've got a lot of lists out on our table right now. Here you go, Nico.
Number 8, Jemima Chalk.
Good job, Jemima Chalk. That was a great goal from Tassie. So, sorry you couldn't hear our commentary before. I'm Cara. I'm commentating today, and with Nico as well.
Hello, everyone.
So this is Tassie versus the Queensland B under-19s teams. There's 3 minutes 20 left in the first half, and there goes the strike. And Queensland B looking strong, but Tassie just pits him at the last moment. And Taylor tries to take it straight through the middle. Doesn't quite work for them. Queensland B has that puck now, taking it straight on a 45 to that wall. Curls, gives it to a halfback, who then takes it through the Tassie player, but then tackled by another. And Tassie taking that up the wall. Tassie's driving it up the wall, surrounded by lots of Queensland players there. Lots of Queensland players. And can't quite see what's happening. They're in a blind spot right now. Got some Queensland players popping, and that's Tassie trying to shove it through, but Queensland B has possession of that, pushing it down the other way, away from their goal. And they all got no. Queensland B has possession of that puck, and there's Tassie comes in to receive that after Queensland B pops. And Queensland B has that possession back once more. No, Tassie now has the puck. Possession really swapping hands in that game, and Tassie's going to have another backline switch. They've been doing many of those this game. It's really, really been working in them. They're finding lots of clear space to swim into and being able to make lots of ground. That's pushed real close to Queensland's goal tray. They're all fighting in the corner now. That's along the back wall. It's going to be hard for them to score along that back wall. But they can get their numbers down. Hopefully they can swing it back around the front. Lots of plays down. And that looks like there's been a call made.
That was a gloving against Queensland B.
That's gloving against Queensland B. So they're going to be pushed back quite far on their goal tray. I just saw some Tassie players jump out, so they'll have a nice sub now, a nice big rest. And Queensland B is going to set up on that wall, and then they're going to be on hard defence now. And Tassie really want to push for this goal. They're up by 2. This is 2-0 in this game for Tassie. 2-0 to Tassie in this game. Tassie players, lots of Tassie players down. We've got 5 players down for each team. Wow, they're really driving up that wall. A bit hard to see the details there, but it looks like a Tassie player streaming towards that goal. They found lots of clear space. They streamed towards the goal. Flick back to the other players, taking it across that pool. And there, that's a clear shot at the goal tray. With that, that's what they've done exactly what they should have.
Just to confirm, that is a goal for what number? So that will be Tasmania under 19 open, and number 4 Arthur Whittock.
That was a goal for Arthur Whittock, number 4 from Tassie under 19's open team. That was a fantastic goal. They really swung that out. They drew everyone into the corner of that goal tray, swung it out wide round, flicked it straight into that clear goal tray. And flicking it in can be a bit risky here, but it's a good goal nonetheless. Very nice, very clean, no risk there. And there goes the strike again. Let's see. Tassie seems to be quite fast on these, but there's Queensland B. It's going to be tight, this one. Queensland B wins this one. Commentator's curse, as always. And Queensland B seems to hold possession. And Tassie's now got that. And that's another ref call. Lots of ref calls in these under-19s games. That's a player out for a headshot.
Yep, that was number 9 coming out for a dangerous flick from Queensland under 19B open.
That was number 9. That was Evan Meyer. Evan Meyer out for, I think that was 2 minutes. The ref signalled for a headshot. Dangerous flick.
Yep, 2 minutes.
Yep, he's now sitting in that bench there. We'll see if that's going to pop up on our screen. But he does not look happy in that sub bench over there. As both of us with our sin bin experience, me and Nico, I don't think we were very happy in the sin bin either, were we?
No, but it was a nice rest.
Yeah, that's true. He'll have to get back in and score a goal now. And that is another ref call. That seems like another. That was time. That's time. So that is now half time. They'll switch ends now. They've got 3 minutes to breathe up before they go again. 3 minutes here to breathe. Okay. Okay, so we've still got 2 minutes left of our half time here. We might talk you through some of the rules of hockey while you're waiting, for those of you who don't know. So we've just had a player sin bin. Thought it might be interesting for you to know why you might be sin binned in a game. So in a game, if you flick someone in the head or you foul someone particularly badly, you can get thrown out of the pool for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You can get thrown out. Usually it's for a headshot. I got thrown out for barging earlier today, because it was a particularly bad offence of it. Or you can get thrown out for things like gloving when you've done it multiple times and you've received a warning from the ref. So what you do is you swim over to the side of the pool, you get out, you sit on that chair, your timer starts counting down, you wait, your team has to play with 5 players in the pool, and then your time's up, you dive right back in and you try and score a goal because you've just had a rest, which everyone else hasn't. That's a little interesting part of hockey that you might not know if you didn't watch. It's quite a common thing that happens. We had 3 players thrown out in my last under-19s open game. You get quite a common occurrence there. But, yeah, interesting fact. Nico, do you have anything to add about your experience with sin binning?
Yeah, you do not want to get sin binned. The seats are cold and they're not comfortable at all.
No, they are not. And you will get punished by your team later. They will make fun of you forever if you get sin binned and they don't. But it's bound to happen in your time playing hockey, so... Okay, and there's a variety of fouls we've had during this game. Lots of stick infringements in this game. That is when you illegally use your stick to hit someone's arm, or you hit their arm. That's chopping. You hit their glove. You hit something which isn't the puck. The first point of contact must be your stick on the puck. Also gloving. Gloving's a foul that's been called quite a lot in this game. That is when you use your glove to move the stick. It happens especially along the wall, when that puck's along the wall and so is your glove, and use your glove to push that puck. That is a foul. There's been lots of no goals from that kind of foul. It's very, very common. Okay, 20 seconds left in this half time now. The subs have gone back to the sub bench and they're prepping for this strike. Queensland B are just coming in from the sub bench now. They're going to set up there. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. They're nice fresh legs got nice fresh legs now. They're going to want to be really fast off this strike. And we've got to remember, Queensland B still has that player out for 2 minutes. That's going to feel like forever from that sin bin. And off we go on that strike. Tassie looking fast. Tassie gets that by a country mile there. Couldn't even see Queensland B in the shot there. Oh, wow, they've really driven that off into Queensland B's half. And wow, they've really driven that up. They're going to flick that off to that play, see if he can drive it on a 45 into the goal. And he's driven it across the goal. He's going to try. No, it didn't, but then supported by another player. It's gone straight into that goal bin. Let's wait for that ref call. And that has been a goal. That has been called as a goal. Nico, do we have an update of the number of that player?
No, I didn't.
We didn't quite see. I can't see the ref call either here. Nico's got the intercom with the ref, so he's hearing the calls. So what? They know, we know. Didn't quite get the number for that. That looks like a goal from number 10. Queensland B's come up on our screen right now. There is him, Callum Smith. That looks like a goal from Callum Smith. And Queensland B still has their player out for another minute in that sin bin. That feels like a long time. They've stepped back up for that strike, and off we go. Let's see who's going to win this one. Tassie looking fast, but Queensland B's faster. Trying to drive it straight through the middle, but he takes it to the wall, flicks it off to his halfback, who then flicks it to a forward. Going to drive that diagonally across that pool to the wall, but intercepted by a Tassie player who's now driving that once again up that wall. They've been great at driving this up that wall, great teamwork. They're always down to support each other there, and then curled off that wall, swing it backwards, curled. There, we got through that player nice and easily. There we go. And that's another Tassie possession. Tassie's holding possession really nicely in this little portion of the game. Flicked off to another Tassie player. They're really keeping this puck on the white sticks. This is really helping for them. Really helping them to make ground. There we go. Tassie once again has that puck. Swerves a player right there. And moving the puck around. Trying to disengage this player. Flicks it off. Can't quite see what's happening here. It's in our blind spot. There we go. Queensland B fighting for this puck. Fighting for this puck. In our blind spot once again. Lots of players down there. And that's Tassie taking it across the pool for a backline switch here. And take it back in towards the goal out of 45. Lots of players down there waiting to receive this puck. They knew this was going to happen. Curled around, passed off once again. And that's Queensland B who's flicked it out to the side off the goal. But that's taken again by a Tassie player. Flick to another Tassie player who's sitting there waiting. He's going to try and take it right towards that goal. Flicked to a forward. Hits so he can drive it in. But no, it's been taken to the wall. Oh, and that's driven in by... That was driven... Yeah, that was lovely. Lots of players down, driven in by Tassie. Let's see if we can find out who scored that. That is a goal by the refs for number 2. Is that a goal for number 2? Nico, am I correct in that?
Yes, you are correct.
That was a goal for Clementine Hart. Oh, no, we've been told it's Chloe Reeves. I think our list is a little bit wrong here. We've got different players listed as number 2 on our sheets and the refs system. So that was either Clementine Hart or Chloe Reeves. Sorry about that. And there we go on that strike. That Tassie play taking that almost all of that underwater and wins it. Wins it by a country mile there, taking it to that wall. No curling it around, straight back to the centre. And now we're going to take it on diagonal to the wall. Oh, no, we're taking it still in the centre of the pool, this puck. Still in the centre of that pool. These Tassie players taking it on 45, just sitting around these Queensland B players, avoiding the conflict, trying to hold possession. But Queensland B's hitting them hard down that centre there. They've now got all their players back in that pool, so they've got 6 of them ready to take the puck. And they've got some fresh legs in there as well. And Tassie's going to take it towards the goal. No, they've taken it back. Well, yes, they've flicked it towards the goal now. Flicked it towards the goal now. And driving it in. Was that flicked in? We'll wait for that call there. No goal. No goal. There was a headshot. That looked like a dangerous flick.
Just to confirm, that was a no goal, and we are having a sin bin for Tasmania.
Number 4.
Number 4 coming out.
Number 4. Number 4 from Tassie has been sent out for a dangerous flick for 2 minutes there. And Tassie on our, that's number 4. That's Arthur Whittock on our paper, but we'll see if that comes up on our screen because those are the more accurate names we've been told. And players now restarted again. Tassie's holding possession of that puck, taking it over to the far wall over there. And Queensland B's coming down there. And Tassie taking that puck. Going to do a backline switch over there. And Fisher Richards was being sent out. Fisher Richards, number 4, has been sent out of the pool for a dangerous flick for 2 minutes. There we go. That's the more accurate names we've got there. Our lists have gotten a little bit inaccurate over here, I think. Not sure how old these ones are. And that's taken over to the wall by Tassie. Taken over to the wall by Tassie again. They're going to try and drive it up there. They're making some ground, but interrupted by a Queensland B player. Tassie has 5 players in the water right now. 5 players in the water right now, so they're going to want to work really, really hard to keep it in this offensive section of the pool, not get into their defensive area. That's going to really hurt being down a player. But teams often get scored on when the other opposition has a sin bin player because teams really kick into gear. They know they've got to work hard. Everyone's down. Everyone's working really hard to get that goal in the goal tray. And look at that. That placing up beautifully for the goal, and he's going to drive it in. He's going to drive it in. No, Queensland B's going to take it to the wall, and that's another ref call. That's another ref call that is against Tassie. Lots of subs getting out now. Lots of tired legs right now. As a call against Tassie. Nico, did you hear the call for that one?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
We'll see if we can find a call for that one, but just looks like an advantage puck against Tassie right now. They're going to set up nicely. There we go. You can see them all going down there, and they're shot out at that at that back trying to take that puck. That will hopefully mess their flick. I'm getting them to do something silly, which they seem to have done, because now Tassie has possession of that puck. He's going to switch it across that pool again. These are really clean, really lovely. You can tell they've played with each other before and done these switches a lot. They're doing fantastic with those. It's really, really helping them in this game. And Queensland B has that puck. Yeah.
Just to confirm that number 4 from Queensland is now, Tasmania is now coming in.
Tassie players now coming in, still showing with some time left on our screen, but it's about to go back in now. They have 6 players in that pool, so someone's had 2 minutes. He's had 2 minutes rest now. He needs to go score a goal. And being switched all the way back across that pool there, on that far wall now. But there's a Queensland B player. No, he's just popped up now. And Tassie's down there. Tassie's looking for support down there. He finds it in the back. And flicked forward to a forward wing there. He's going to drive it up that wall. A bit blurry over there, but looks like Queensland B now has possession of that puck, as far as I can tell. And lots of players popping up and down. Do we have a ref call? Yes, we do. That was chopping. It was a ref call for chopping against Queensland B there. They're going to be pushed right back on their wall. Okay, so it is now 5-0 to Tassie under-19's open team. There we go. Those refs are now set up there for that advantage puck, and Queensland is right against their wall. They're right against the wall over there. Just trying to have a look out that commentary window, see what's going on. Has that been a timeout called? That looks like a timeout that has been called, so there's now a minute where the players get to breathe, have a little break, prepare for this goal, because it's going to be hard on defence now. They're going to want that breath. Yeah, that's a black timeout. That is a black timeout. Okay, it's a very interesting game we've got going on over here. Hope you're enjoying the commentary. I'm sure I enjoy doing it, although I am losing my voice a little bit over here. Sorry if you can hear the feedback from the other commentator over here. That's my friend Zoe Marshall. She's doing a great job commentating the New South Wales Open versus Queensland A. Both Queensland teams playing right now. Queensland B is doing a really good job. They've been really, really hard on defence this game. Really hard on defence. They've been doing a really good job at clearing that to the wall, but Tassie just really nailing that in. They've got players down, they've got support, they're driving towards that goal, and those switches that they're doing are beautiful. They're really getting some clean space to swim into, and that's really helping that game, and that's a really hard technique. Okay, players restarted. That timeout is now over. Tassie seems to have possession of that puck still. There's a big melee of players down on the bottom there, and that's going to be really hard for the refs to see fouls going on in there. Looks like we've got some players pop, but there's still people pushing towards that goal. Tassie wants this. They really want this. And we've all come up. Is that a goal that's been scored? That looks like a goal. Nico, can you confirm that?
I can confirm that is a goal. I'm just waiting on confirmation on who it was. Goal for White, 5. So that will be Tasmania, number 5.
Tasmania number 5. We'll see if that's going to pop up on our screen. No, number 9. Goal number 9 for Daniel. Goal for number 9, Daniel, Tassie. Tassie now up by 6. This is 6-0 in this game here. We've got 6.5 minutes left in this game. Those players must be knackered right now. They've probably also played a whole bunch of games before this, and there's some double compers in there as well. Got some under-19s women's players in there as well, so they've played loads of games today. And there goes that strike again. Let's see who's going to win this one. And that's Queensland B. Just managed to take that. Swerves that Tassie player to take it off to that far wall over there. Tassie's regained possession of that puck, and he's going to flick it off to the back there. See what he can do there. Lots of players down. A bit blurry over in that back half. We've got some players fighting over on that wall. Looks like we've got Queensland B down on that puck, but lots of players down. It's all one big mess over there. That looks like Tassie's now regained possession of that puck over there. And that's flicked off to a Tassie player. That's a Tassie player is now taking it on a 45. Flicked it to that forward. He's streaming off into that distance. That is a big run. That is a massive run towards that goal. That is strong. That's powerful. That is fast. That's what you need in underwater hockey. And there we go. Turn. There was support just waiting there. There's loads of Tassie players down there. But now Queensland's managed to fight their way back. That's flicked right into the goal. Let's wait for that ref call. They've called it. And that is a goal.
Just to confirm, that is a goal. Still waiting on confirmation on who that was. Goal White, which is Tasmania, number 10.
Okay, goal for number 10. We've not been shown the player, but we'll have a look at our sheets.
Alrighty, that is number 10, Owen Barrett.
Perfect. Number 10, Owen Barrett. Scored that lovely goal for Tassie. There was lots of teamwork down there, lots of players down, defending. Lots of players down attacking. Really, really good work from everyone down there. Okay, we're setting up for that next stride, and off we go again. And there's 5 minutes left in the second half as Tassie wins that strike by a country mile there. Really fast. We have this is Tassie and Queensland B under 19s open teams. It is 7-0 to Tassie right now, and it's over on that far wall, and Tassie has possession once again. They're going to try and drive that up, see if they can make this 8-0. But Queensland does not want that. They're defending really lovely here, but there we go. Tassie taking it on that 45 there, but then pushed back to the wall by Queensland. But I think Tassie still regains possession of that puck as they stream towards that back corner, but then it'll be interrupted by Queensland B players. Loads of their back line just down there waiting, and taken up at the pool by a Queensland B player, but it's being slowed down by a Tassie player who's now popped. Lots of players popping right now. That looks like Queensland B players still on the bottom there. About to be tackled by Tassie players. Lots of players down over there, and that's everyone up. That's a call from the refs. Let's have a look. That is gloving against Queensland B.
Yep.
Yep, thank you, Nico. Sorry, I'm taking your job over here by looking at the ref calls.
It's all good.
Thanks, Nico. Nico and me both play for New South Wales, so we don't quite know the names of all these players here. So I'm friends with quite a few of them out of the pool, but don't quite know their names well enough to be able to recognise them here. But we are Queensland B setting up on that goal tray right there, nice and flat. But Tassie's also coming in flat. Oh, everyone up. Is that another ref call? No, it's not. Everyone just wants a little breather there. All a bit tired now. 3.5 minutes left in this game. And there we go. Tassie pushing, streaming towards that goal, and that looks like a goal for Tassie, but we'll wait for the ref call. Nico, can you confirm?
I can confirm that is a goal. Just waiting on confirmation who that was. And that is number 9 for Tasmania, Daniel McKinley.
Thank you. That was a goal for 9. Daniel from Tassie's team. That makes it 8-0 to Tassie in this game. They must be tired now, especially Queensland B. They've been in a defensive half for so long. That's a really hard game, those defensive ones. At the back, I know it's really tough. Those 3 rotations get exhausting. But they're doing a great job of keeping their stamina up to keep on trying to defend these goals, take it out to the wall. But Tassie's just their teamwork. And there's the strike, and Tassie takes it again. They've been really fast. They've got some really fast legs on those players over there. But there we go. Queensland B now has possession. Up, stolen back by Tassie almost immediately there. And Tassie now has that pack curling around that player there. Flicked through to a forward. Has she received that? No, she flicked it back to the back. Lots of Queensland B players down there. They really want to get a goal in this game. And there we go. There's Tassie trying to do a backline switch a bit close to their goal tray, but they're going to try hard here. And they've pulled it off nicely. Lots of clean space now, making lots of space here as they flick to the forward up there. And Queensland B taking it back down that pool towards the goal tray, but stopped by Tassie, and looks like we've had some players pop up, but no, game is still playing. And there we go, 2 more Tassie players pop, and Queensland B is down with possession on that far wall. Tassie has now regained that position, but there's lots of players down tackling on that wall there. Refs are watching keenly for some fouls over here. There's lots of players down, lots and lots of fighting. Very easy to foul, to glove, to stick and fringe on those walls. That's how you get players sent out, lots of that. And there we go, we're on that back wall. Sorry, I've sped up my talking a little bit. Sorry if it's a bit hard to understand there. I speak very fast. That's another ref call. Nico, do you know what that one was for?
Alrighty, we don't know what the call is, but there'll be a Tasmania timeout for a minute.
Okay, white timeout for Tassie, white timeout. I saw some play. Looks like there's been a sin bin.
There has been a sin bin for Queensland number 11.
We'll see if that name pops up on our screen while we're looking for our list. There we go. Open team.
That is number 11, Michael Vickery Rojas.
Michael Vickery Rojas has now been sent out for a minute. Hasn't popped up on our screen yet. We'll see what happens there. Yep, now popped up. Number 11 out for a minute. White timeout now with 30 seconds left. They're getting a break. Then everyone's going to have nice, fresh legs. Nice, fresh legs to be able to push hard in this game. Hopefully, Queensland can still score a goal with those 5 players. But we've got a bit of fire in them now. They're ready to go, and they're ready to score this goal. Tassie's ready to defend. They know that Queensland B's down a player. They know this is their opportunity. 10 seconds left in this timeout. Those refs are going to set up for that penalty now. That was against. Looks like it's been against. That's against Queensland B. There we go. That has been taken now. Big mess over on that wall over there. Looks like Tassie has possession, driving up that wall. Slowed down by Queensland B. I don't know if they stopped him though. And that's a big fight over on the wall over there. Lots of players down. And there we go. Tassie players taking it out on that 45, streaming towards the goal. Changes directions. That's worked really well for him. And his players come down to help support. There we go. Streamed into the goal. That's so fast, so powerful, so strong. That's in that goal.
And that is a goal for Tasmania.
That was a lovely goal for Tassie. Can't quite see the number. That looks like that looked like number 9 from here. We'll wait for confirmation on that.
That was a goal for Tasmania, number 9.
That is Daniel. Number 9, Daniel. He scored so many goals, I recognise his name and number now. I'll watch out for him next time I play against him. He seems fantastic. They've got a minute left in this game, 40 seconds. Can Tassie score another goal? Can Queensland beat? We'll see. That player is still out in the sim bin for 5 more seconds. We'll wait for that. And there we go. That player is now in from the sim bin, and there's 30 seconds left in this half here. And off they go for the strike. They're still going to be pushing hard, even when there's no time left. Tassie takes that strike again. Intercepted by Queensland B. Players now have that puck, taking it towards that wall. And there we go. Queensland B with possession once more. Possession, holding possession. Flicked off. See if he can swim with that puck. They really want a goal now. They know it's the end of the game. They've got nothing to lose. They're all down. They're all working hard. But there's 2 seconds left. 1 second. That's the end of the game. They'll wait for that ref's call for that time. There we go. That's time signal. Thank you for watching this game. Hope you've enjoyed listening to my very, very fast and loud commentary. Thank you so much. Yep, we have an hour's break, and then we've got the semi-finals, which I myself will be playing in. Go support New South Wales over there. I know you're all Tassie. Number 11, Cara Gibson. Go support me in my under-19s women's and under-19s opens games. I'm the GOAT.
Shout out to New South Wales.
Sorry for that New South Wales propaganda here. Good job, Tassie. They did just beat our opens team, so maybe I'm feeling a little bit bitter there. But that was a great job by both teams, both fantastic teams. Thank you, and see you guys in an hour.